Hello and welcome to a new chapter of UAS3 and SDT340 training. The topic of this chapter is a new feature in UAS3 and SDT340, messages. You are probably familiar with messages in LoopExpert and SDT270, where you have only predefined messages, a limited number of them, that you can choose from. Here is a different situation. In the system of the messaging in UAS3 and SDT340, so the folders in UAS3 that are dedicated to SDT340 instrument, you can create your own messages. So you can create your own messaging system with all different folders and all messages that you want. It makes the job much easier. So you will create the messages that are fit to your needs. On the other hand, the operator in the field will have a much easier and straightforward job adding the message that is expecting to add. And also it will not create a big mess. So that means you will create a standard messages that you want. Not everyone can write those messages and enter them into the system. So let's move to the small database that we have. We worked in this database before as well. So those of you familiar with UAS3, I hope all of you watching this, there is a new tab here called Messages. So once you click on this tab, the message menu will open. As you can see, there is already a default folder messages, which is not editable and cannot be deleted. It's present in all your tree structures in all your folders. This folder contains the messages used by a system, some of them, and some of them are really pretty standard that everyone can use. But considering that the system is using those messages, they cannot be deleted. As a user, you will create additionally your own folders. So press on Add New Folder, give a folder name. I can call it Oil Check. So all my messages connected with this feature will be in this folder. Now I select this folder and say add new message. So one of the messages that I want to make as a standard is oil OK. So that's one message. I can say another one. I can say oil topped up. Okay. Or I can say oil low. Oh, sorry. Oil low, or I can say color indicates problem. So any message that you think will be useful for you and the operator in the field, just put it here. You can edit message, or you can simply delete the message if you don't think it's relevant, you don't need it anymore. You can do the same thing with a folder. You can delete the folder and you can edit the folder. So let's make another folder. We can call it electrical. And in this folder, just for easier managing messages in the field, I will add all messages that might be connected with electrical. So I can say lose contact. That could be one. Another one which can be quite useful, that installation is dirty, or anything of that nature. So you will create your own folders, and with those folders you will create your messages. Those folders should reflect the use of this message. So if I'm a technician who is focused on mechanical and checking the oil, I will use those one. If I'm an electrician, I will use another folder. So just to save some time and navigate for messages easier. Now, if I'm done, when I create it all, I will create all the folders that I need. I will close it. An important thing to know here is if I open my tree structure and folders, within these folders I have several tree structures, and if I go to another tree structure, I will find the same messages that I've just created. So the messages you created are applied across the entire folder. Of course, you might have divided your work in different folders. For instance, if you have different processes, different plants, different locations, they might be in different folders. And if you created all your messages and you don't want to write them again, you just select this folder in a checkbox, copy, move to another one. Let's move to any other. Just a second. I can go here. I will open my messages and I can say paste. So all my messages that are created in another folder are here. I don't need to do it again. So let's go back to our folder. Here we are. So we created those messages. The process of using them is that when you transfer the data into SDT340, all these messages will be transferred to 340 as well. So let's do that. Upload from PC to 340. Okay. Okay. It's done. So just open the screen so you can see the screen of my 340. Okay, here it is. So here's the screen in my 340. And if I work through the tree structure or survey mode, let's for the moment work in a save mode, survey mode. So I'm in my fan group and I'm doing my measurement on the fan number 1. And after I do the measurement, or even before, I can simply press F4 button on SDT340 while I selected this position. So I'm in this position, I press F4, my message menu will open. I can go down, for instance, in oil check, press enter, and all my messages that are in the folder oil check are here. So I can say here, oil OK, please confirm the message, yes. So the message has been added to this, to this point. Same happens if I go through the tree structure. So I can navigate my tree structure and I can say that I want to do it in the fan 2 and I add message by pressing F4. I can say again oil check and I can say that oil is low. Don't forget that the message assigned in a certain node applies to all subnodes. So it will definitely be visible at the measurement screen and in your trend, which is quite important and useful. So yes, I want to leave this. So that's the way I will check the I will add the messages in the tree mode and survey mode. Now let's go to the free mode, because right now the system, the SDT340, doesn't know in which position I will save this measurement. So that means that it cannot add a message right now. But if I collect the data, so I'm collecting any data really. Okay, and now I will save this measurement. Let's go. Let's say I will go to fan number 2 in the motor, in the non-drive end bearing. So the measurement is now saved, but now I have a question, do I want to add message? And I can add a message now. I can say oil check. And as you can see, I already have an added message here that I added just a minute ago. I will say also that the color indicates the problem. Yes, so message has been saved. Now, the next thing that operator might want to do during the field work is to check what messages he added. Because in a certain processes, we will measure twice, we'll make an intervention such as lubrication in the meantime, and then we will come back and maybe notice some change and try to take a look what messages we added in the morning or a couple of hours later. So just go to your tree structure, open it, and you will see a small icon next to the message video manual database root. It says there is a message assigned here. So open it a little bit more. It's in a process 1. It's in the fan group, and fan group contains fan number 1 and fan number 2, and I have both messages in both of them. So I want to check the message I added in extraction fan number 1. Press right arrow, open. It's in the motor. It's in a non-drive end bearing. Now you can press F4, and messages will open just like you are adding a new message. But here in the folder oil check, there is a message icon. So that means the message you added is from that folder. Now just press enter again, and you will see that the message added is oil OK. So you can delete that message if you want. So you just press enter and delete it. Yes, let's delete it right now. So the message is deleted. The message was oil OK. And now I can say, no, it's not OK. I double check, and I can say that color is suspicious and add that message again. So this way my complete field work is done. Now I can go back and download the data to UAS3 transfer, and that's it. So let's see what we did. First of all, I have something in a red font here, so that means there is a auto-generated point. This is what I did in free mode. As you can see, it's here, and it will be red for as long as I don't fill in the necessary data, and that's interval. Save. So let's see what messages we added. Here it is. So we have 2 messages that we added. Oil low and oil color indicates problems. So all the messages that we add will be added in a trend, and also you can look at them here. So go up to the measurement point, because this is a measurement level, it's a sensor level. Go to the measurement point level, and you click here in the bottom tab on events, and you will see all added messages. Same with all other messages you add, same with all other assets. I hope you find this chapter useful. I hope you will use messages, because it's something that can make your work much easier and much more easier to understand. And see you at the next chapter. Thank you.